Hello everybody, this is AMS Kung Pao back with another tuning video, and this time it's for the 787B swapped RX-7. This thing has 989 horsepower and it weighs under 2,300 pounds, and that's pretty damn crazy if you ask me. In my lap, I reached over 400 kilometers per hour down the back straightaway, and this thing doesn't corner too bad either. I mean, this car is very hard to drive. I'm gonna be honest, I can't really make a tune that's easy on the throttle without it making very unstable under braking. I tried to make this car a little bit better traction wise, but it just dies in braking sections. I can't really find an in between, but yeah, this thing is just gonna be really hard to drive, tough to deal with, and very unforgiving. So I'm just letting that out there and letting you guys know that this setup is not going to be very easy for you guys. And it wasn't very easy to get a lap in either. I was expecting to spend a lot more time getting the lap, but it only took me an hour and a half to get a 555, which is very promising. I could get a 553 if I really wanted to, but I really didn't want to do another lap. I could try again later and get a 553. I know I can get a 553, but this will have to do. This is a good representative lap, a good reference lap for you guys, as I did, 95% of the corners pretty well. So yeah, I will show you how to get the style and my whole build and setup after the hot lap. So here's the hot lap, guys. Hope you enjoy. Hello guys, so now I'm just going to show you how to get this livery that I have, and let's just go to showcase and then go to content search, make sure it's applied to this RX-7 here, and then type in Red Bull under keyword, and it should be the first livery that pops up that I'm using. So this is the one that I'm using. Make sure to check this guy out too. He uploads mostly decals, but some of his liveries are pretty nice too. But yeah, it's like 90% decals that he uploads, but I do like his decals as well. I'm not really a livery editor type of guy, but some of his decals are pretty cool too, so definitely check him out if you want. And yeah, this is the livery that I have, and if you don't really quite like this livery a whole lot, then I'll show you all the body modifications I've applied to the car right here. So make sure just to go over all these and have all these applied, and let's move on to the setup. So these are the settings that I have applied to the car. I'm not going to go over any specific settings except for probably the brake balance that I'm going to go over, but that'll be it. So if you do have any questions about the setup overall, then let me know in the comments and I will make sure to answer your questions. So let's move on to the transmission. I did make sure this time that this was an updated transmission, which means it'll work for this update. So if you do have any questions about that, then let me know if you have any problems applying this transmission. So this is the brake balance that I'm using, a 0 brake balance. I did put it to -2 for the final braking, like final big braking section after the back straightaway, just for a little bit more stability into the braking section, but that's really it. It's more to keep me safe from oversteering into the braking zone. And this car isn't technically maxed out. I don't have a stage 5 weight reduction, which is pretty damn insane considering this car is so fast as is. And I don't even have a stage 5 weight reduction. It's just pretty crazy. But yeah, it isn't maxed out, even though I got a 555 in it pretty easily. But you know, it's gonna be pretty damn insane if I do get that stage 5. I'm just telling you guys. I'm guessing it'll probably do like a 551 possibly with that stage 5, but hope you enjoyed this video and this setup, and I'll show you a couple replays after this. But other than that, this is the video. I hope you enjoy, guys, and see you next time.